Hey, Dan Cucimilla here with NorCal Sports Network with a video on future predictions of some of the remaining free agents. And yes, 2 weeks away from pitchers and catchers reporting, and I'm wearing my Giants spring training hat. All right, this video is brought to you by Chapman Law Group. If you have any legal issues you need help with, check out the link in the description of this video or give them a call at 415-613-9483. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin and licensed in all of California. Also, we are sponsored by Better, B-E-T-R, up there in the top right-hand corner, the official daily fantasy sponsor of NorCal Sports Network. Click on the link in the description or download the app and use the promo code NCSN for a deposit match of up to $250 plus a free pick. I've used it. I'm in Better. It's fun. Sign up today and get up to $250 match. All right, guys, where are some of the remaining free agents going? We're going to be specifically talking about 4 of the top ones, and that is Pete Alonso, Alex Bregman, and Jack Flaherty and Ha-Seong Kim, as you see on the thumbnail, but we'll get into some of the others and just throw out some wild predictions. Not sure where they're going. I'll start off with Alex Bregman. I think Bregman goes back to Houston because of the trade of Ryan Presley to the Chicago Cubs, opens up some salary space. Maybe Bregman takes that deal that he was originally offered, 6 years, $156, since he was not able to go out and get the $200 million he was looking for. Scott Boras seems to have really messed up for the second year in a row on a couple of these guys because they're still out there waiting. Alonzo's out there waiting. And I'm going to say Bregman goes back to the Astros. I think Pete Alonso signs with the Toronto Blue Jays, and an outside possibility, a shocker that would happen, is the Giants should be all in on Pete Alonso. Don't know what they're thinking. You look at the teams last year that hit 200 home runs. Every one of them made the playoffs except the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Diamondbacks basically tied for the last playoff spot, but were beat out in the tiebreaker by the Mets and the Braves. So all 3 finished with 89 wins. So you hit 200 home runs, at least last year and previous years. Look, the last time the Giants made the playoffs was 2021. They led the National League in home runs that year. Off the top of my head, I want to say it was somewhere around 237. But the Giants, the long ball is the game today. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. But you hit 200 homers, you're making the playoffs, most likely. Now, the A's hit 196 last year. That's kind of an aberration for them, a team like them. But still, every team, the minimum amount of games that a team hit 200 home runs last year was 89 wins. That was the Diamondbacks. So the Mets hit it. The Phillies came in at 198. They made the playoffs. Look, Giants, you ought to be going after Pete Alonso. You hit 177 home runs last year. You add Alonzo, your first base position between Flores last year and Wade hit a combined 12. Pete Alonso's good for 30, maybe 35. You've added some home runs at shortstop with Willy Adames. He hit 33 last year. If he hits 25 this year, that's probably a plus 10 there. And if you gain 20 home runs at first base, let's call it 15. 15 home runs a gain, net gain at first base with Alonzo, a net gain of 10 with Adames. Move Fitzgerald over to second. He hit 15 homers there. You move that to second. You get another net gain of probably 5 to 10. Let's go conservative and call it at least 5. So you're picking up 15 at first base. You're picking up 10 at short and 5. That's 30 home runs. You're picking up 177 plus 30, 207. Look, that might be the formula, San Francisco. What are you waiting for? Go out and sign Pete Alonso. Okay, next, Jack Flaherty. This is a wild guess. Have no clue where Flaherty may end up. No qualifying offer. So teams should be jumping on Flaherty. He's probably only going to get a 3-year deal somewhere in the neighborhood of $70 million. Maybe he gets a match of what Manaea did, 3 years, 75. A little later now in the season, with 2 weeks to go before pitchers and catchers report, only 20 days to go before full teams report. So you're getting really close. Maybe Flaherty, you get him on a discount. He doesn't get the 3 years, 75. Maybe he only gets 2 years, 40 million, something like that, with a club option for a third. I don't know, but I would think the Detroit Tigers, who need pitching and were in the playoffs last year, could use Flaherty again. Maybe Jack Flaherty goes back to Detroit. Who else could use Flaherty? A lot of teams. I mean, he's probably the best remaining starter out there. There's still like 15, 17 starters that are left on the board out there. A lot of journeymen, but Flaherty, I would think a competitive contending team would want a Jack Flaherty on your team. The last guy, Ha-Seong Kim, he's not ready to play. I could see him sticking somewhere on the West Coast. I think he's going to be a Padre again, could be a Giant. The Giants could sign Ha-Seong Kim, especially if Fitzgerald doesn't get things going as hoped for. Or wouldn't be crazy if he went with the Dodgers and the Dodgers moved Betts over to second base and put Ha-Seong Kim at short when his arm's 100% healthy and less wear and tear off of Betts. Make Ha-Seong Kim your super utility guy. Maybe they trade away Chris Taylor, something along those lines, okay? Now, let's look at some of the remaining free agents and just take a wild shot at this, okay? Let me pull this up here. Sorry. There we go. All right. So these are the remaining free agents. We'll look at first base. Who's left? Justin Turner is out there. Connor Joe, Joey Gallo, Rizzo, Ty France. Of course, you got Pete Alonso, we already talked about. I'm going to just take a shot on a few of these guys that names. Let's say Rizzo. Wouldn't surprise me if Rizzo went back and signed a 1-year deal back with the Cubs. Why not? Cubs can use his leadership. I'm going to say Rizzo goes to the Cubs. Rowdy Tellez. Now that's a guy, a left-handed power bat from Northern California. Wouldn't surprise me to see him sign a minor league deal, get an invite to the San Francisco Giants. How's that? Okay, let's take a look at some second basemen here. Gleyber Torres signed with the Tigers, so there we go. Now, Whit Merrifield, he's a utility guy. A lot of these guys are going to have to sign minor league deals, okay? Merrifield was with the Phillies, with the Braves. No idea where he goes. Looking at this list, Polanco was with Seattle last year. Again, no idea. Drury. Frazier, there's a guy that competed for a batting title a few years back with Pittsburgh. I could see Adam Frazier going to a team, maybe the Yankees, something like that on a minor league deal. Shortstops, we mentioned Kim Iglesias, guy who pitched Jose Iglesias. To me, I mean, he was excellent last year down the stretch with the New York Mets, helped them get into the playoffs. Team like, he could sign another minor league deal. Look, teams like Iglesias, he seems like a really good fit with the Dodgers. Mookie Betts is a really he's a great ball player, but shortstop's not his natural position. I don't know. Dodgers obviously don't need him. Not sure where some of these guys are going to go. Tim Anderson reported minor league deal with the Angels. Third base, we've got, look at J.D. Davis signed a minor league deal just a few days ago with the Angels. Okay, so nothing hard to predict on some of these guys. Verdugo, now that guy's only 29 years old, had a positive WAR last year. Does Verdugo go back to the Red Sox? no idea where some of these guys are going to go. It's really a crapshoot. So just taking a look at some of these guys, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of guys still unsigned, and we're 2 weeks out, 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks for everybody to report. JD Martinez is still out there. So a lot of guys still to be signed. Jack Flaherty, we see. Kyle Gibson's out there. Andrew Heaney. Kershaw will go back with the Dodgers. Max Scherzer, talk about him going to Toronto. That would be something. Patrick Corbin's still out there. Jose Quintana. Yeah. Ross Stripling. Alex Wood. I think Jacob Junis was still out there. About 5 guys that are still out there, starting pitchers, used to be with Farhan Zaidi signings with the Giants. So that tells you some things there, how much that the Giants, how bad Zaidi was, that he just signed a lot of guys' reclamation projects. So, guys, I don't know where some of these guys end up, but we're getting really close to the spring training starting. I think it's time guys get signed. Guys are going to have to accept minor league deals. Look, some of these guys that sign minor league deals will make the team, but they're probably not going to get a major league contract. Maybe a few of them do, but a lot of these guys are going to be left having to fight for a job. So we'll see. But tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of Alex Bregman. Does he go back to the Astros? Does Jack Flaherty go to the Tigers? Does he sign with another competitor like the Red Sox? Does he go to the Blue Jays? Does he go to the Giants possibly? Look, no qualifying offer. Ha-Seong Kim. And, of course, we had the other one that we were talking about. Who was that? I can't even remember the 4 we talked about. But, yeah, we had Bregman, and we had, Pete Alonso. Okay, Pete, I think he goes to Toronto. Mets, maybe they pull it off at the last sec. So let me know what you think. Comment below. We'll try to respond to those comments. We do appreciate you watching this video, and give it a like and subscribe, as we're here reporting on baseball on a regular basis, daily basis, actually. So again, thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the algorithms. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next one, everybody.